Some diddles. J-Dawg back to answer more goddamn questions. Got one goddamn review that came in. It'll be goddamn real quick though. But he sent the 50 USD. It's about goddamn time. Send them reviews in. Again, reviews aren't my reviews are actually they're not bad when it's like this. It's broken down, it's simple. It gives me a good fucking link that works, and there's not a ton to say. It's more for a shout out. I fucking laugh my ass off too because a couple people are asking about it, email me about doing reviews and shit like that. Once back and forth, and was like, dude, you do realize it's not a matter of like if you're in a new band, it just goes to show how business oriented you are, or that you're not, and wonder why your band goes nowhere, dude. It's advertisement. It's not about me reviewing your band. Oh, see if the dog likes it or not. That means fucking jack shit. Who gives a shit? That shouldn't be any concern of yours whatsoever. What it is you see this is a public platform that people watch. It's for the shout outs to get your name out there, the exposure. Just like McDonald's doing commercials. That's how that shit works. Word of mouth. Get it talked about. If I was in a band, if I was starting a band, me personally, what I would do, 100%, is these fucking YouTube channels like mine, Mordant Red, and guys that have an underground fan base, but a good amount of subscribers. I'm not sending it to somebody that's got 1,000 subscribers and it gets 100 views a video. That's a waste of time. Nobody's watching that. But people that actually get well over 1,000 views every video, I would send them a paid ski every fucking month. Just shout it out, bring it up, and I'd probably give them something. Say this, shout it out like this is a new song or something. Constant reminder, like the McDonald's commercial that you just never forget about it. So the people that want the reviews or something like that, dude, don't think about it if I like your band or not. If you're business oriented, just send it the fuck over. You get the goddamn shout out. Hence, that's why it's not fucking free because it's not helping me at all. It's helping you. Well, the cash is. Hence, that's why it's worth it for me. But that's your advertisement. Like if you're a business advertising your business, it costs money. You got to pay for that shit. So it's common. Again, if you're an already established band like Cyanide or something, yeah, that's completely unnecessary. Your name's already out there. But if you're a new fucking band and you're trying to get that thing to go anywhere, especially with the competition of today, you're going to need all the shout outs you can get, homeboy. Good fucking luck. It's completely oversaturated nowadays. But this is from Bunsen Burner Recordings. So the 50 USD. Hi, Justin. I wasn't sure if you still did album reviews on your channel. You got the memo right, homeboy. Reviews, shout outs, or goddamn 50 USD, goddammit. You got it right on the head. Either way, hopefully you can review my band's 2022 album. So the band is Galicia, Galicia. Galicia? I think that's how you Galicia. No, Galicia? Galicia. How the fuck you pronounce that? I'll say that again. If you're going to start a band too, another thing is because it's oversaturation. You need to get things that are catchy, memorable, in people's ears, because you are going to be so overlooked so easily nowadays. You got to make sure you have a good cover, good album cover, good logo, cool looking logo, but make sure it's legible too. So that way, again, capture that Rotten UK. That's a cool ass fucking logo. Hemorrhage has a cool logo. Repulsion, good logo. Deceased, good logo. I'm not saying all logos I like are legible, but these days, if you're trying to start a successful band, make something that's art but cool, but also legible. You need everything to fucking help you out. This isn't 1992 no more, to where it's like the shit wasn't, death metal was fresh and new, and every fucking band coming up would basically get checked out, at least by the diehards. Even the diehards, the most metal of the metalists. So they're going to overlook shit and not check shit out. It's way oversaturated. Good legible, but good looking logo. You need a badass fucking cover. I would not use any of this personally. Again, just me. I would not use any of the repetitive artists, like the ones that like the Chris Moynes and shit. Even though I do like their art, it's been used a million times. Use somebody that's got killer art, but stands out. That's what I would. That's just personally what I would do. God damn it. Uh, good fucking image. You gotta get those gatekeepers like the dog. They're gonna fucking just completely dismiss you without even listening to it because there's too much shit to listen to. Can't listen to everything, so you got to filter it out somehow. And also too, like the band name like this, I'm already fucking triple on my words. Is it Galicia? I don't fucking know. Get a name that goddamn is that everyone can fucking pronounce, and they maybe know what it means or doesn't know what it means, but a good catchy name. That's not hard to fucking pronounce by any stretch of the definition. You want to make sure a fucking I would say a third grader could be able to read it. That's what I would say. Their album is again Precepis, Precipice. So band name sucks and album name sucks. I'll say that. We play in the vein of Axis Advance, Ouroboros, another fucking band. Yeah, how do you pronounce that goddamn shit? But I guess I know who they are. Lust and Goat Penis. Thanks very much, appreciated. And he sent me the goddamn links. Oh, and also, yeah, dumbass fucking name, dumbass fucking album title. But dude, I thought it was pretty goddamn good. I mean, the bands you mentioned, maybe. I mean, I'd have to listen to Axis Advance again. And shit, I remember it being, it's okay, and I never listened to it again. When back in the first or second album came out of Agonia Records. When was that? Like probably 08, 09, somewhere around there. That's probably when I listened to them. Was the first time I listened to them, was the last time I listened to them. But so what came to my mind, dude, especially once the vocals kicked in, it's got the fucking highs and then the more lows. I'm like, dude, first off, when it first starts opening riff, I'm like, oh shit, this is like good. Like a good, memorable riff right out the fucking gate. But it reminded me of as I listened, I'm like, dude, this is like the best comparison I can say. This sounds like fucking Exhumed trying to play like black and thrash metal. I was like, this is pretty fucking good. Because the vocal duels, like it literally sounds like Matt Harvey trying to sing black metal, and then Ross Dolan, I mean not Ross Sewage kicking on in and doing a less guttural vocal, but a low still, but not that goddamn low and guttural. And that was what threw it all back for. I didn't listen to the entire thing to its entirety, but I'll say I thought it was pretty damn good, and I highly recommend. That's my description. Exhumed trying to play black and thrash metal. That's the best way I can describe it. The analogy. Goat Penis and shit. I can't remember what it sounded like. That name was so goddamn ridiculous to turn off. Although I remember when I did put it on, like, oh, the band that popped in my mind. Can't remember which album it was. It was the Biochemism. I think it was the Inhumanization album. Whatever it was, but it was well over 50. It was at least 15 years ago. I put it on. I was like, finally, I'm gonna check this silly ass shit out. Goat Penis, fucking ridiculous ass fucking name. I was like, oh, this is actually pretty good. I was like, the band it reminded me of was Manticore. Again, it could be my poor memory if it sounds nothing like that. So this didn't sound anything like Manticore, the goddamn Galicia band. But yeah, so I thought it was pretty damn good. And what I recommend to you dudes, if you're already a go-getter and send reviews, send the dog a pack. Send them some promo CDs. To be honest with you, this is one I would actually keep for myself. I thought it was pretty damn good shit. I was like, oh, this is thoroughly entertaining. So definitely recommend it. Send out a pack. Send 50. Do what More Dan Red did, dude. And Malice Divine did that. Lord Humongous sent us CDs for the distro. I can't remember if he sent copies to hand out or whatever, but a few bands did. Took us up on the offer. And I'll hand them out in nice big boy orders. People that buy legitimate metal, not no dumbass crap I can't pronounce, some Russian bullshit. You're like, I don't even know what the fuck this is. But they're actually buying good shit, thrash, black metal, death metal, like metal bands. There's sometimes too, when I'm looking at some orders, I'm like, I don't know what any of this fucking junk is. Granted, an order's an order, and I like all the orders. But I'm a little biased. I'm like, finally, guys buying some good shit. It's like, or at least even if it's just not good shit by my standards, at least it's all respectable bands. Like if somebody's buying like 3 Autopsy albums, I don't care. At least the guy he's buying metal that I heard of and I know what it is in a respectable band. So shit like that. I'll toss them packs like that. Especially if they buy $100 or more. Again, those are the people you want to hit up. Why? They're willing to spend money. They are willing to buy shit online. Hence, you're going to probably eventually be doing that if you're not already doing that. And they're a collector. If they're buying $100 worth more of merchandise, and I'm not talking shirts either because I don't toss them those orders. I assume those posers are just buying digital only. When all they buy is nothing but T-shirts, I just assume all this poser just listens to goddamn digital downloads on YouTube. So I don't toss free CDs in there and shit. Now, if they have 5 shirts and 5 CDs, then yeah, I will for something like that. But not if it's just all shirts. So it's a guaranteed. This guy buys physical format. He's a collector, and he spends some fucking moolah. That's the people you want to advertise it to. Dog does for free. Dog will keep a goddamn copy. It's up to you. I'm not losing sleep if we don't send a pack, but just a goddamn option. If you need the address, just email me, goddamn it, and I'll send it to you. But if you're sending it before this, you already have the address, which is very, very easy to get. It's right on the goddamn site. Just send it attention J Dog or attention Justin. Put that on there so that way I know it's from me. And put a little bit of note. Hey dog, hand these out. Like you remember me, and I'll probably remember. Not if this is a year from now or something, but if you send it in a timely fashion, put a quick note. Hey, you reviewed us on the channel. Here's some handouts. Hand them out. Perfect. Know what it is. I'll get you taken care of. Getting that band advertised in no time. It comes with the goddamn 50. The 50 goddamn review. You get that done. So where are these homeboys from? Give them the full fucking shit. Location. Whittier, California. Says genre black slash death metal. I thought it was more like black and thrash. Yeah, black and death thrash. Yeah, but yeah, pretty good shit. Status active, formed in. It says nothing available. Where we know how the dog rolls. It goes by your first release. World Wars, Endless Storms. Their EP came down in 2021. Again, that was another thing I clicked on. This is all digital only. Get that shit on physical, homeboy. Like your EP says it's digital. Your album, so you have one full length, which is the one I listened to, is 2022. So still relatively new album, just 2 years old. The Precipice. Album covers, it's okay. It says digital as well, so there's no physical, homeboy. Unacceptable. Get that out on physical, goddamn. It's got 6 songs. First song, solidifying an epoch under the vapor canopy, refract the non-submerged, the forwarding, despondent deity, becoming entropy, no phoenix will rise. 32 fucking minutes. Proper goddamn album length too. Now this goddamn 65 minutes of stale boredom. And then they got an EP split, it looks like, that came out this year in 2024. Who's it with? Come on, you piece of fucking clunker ass shit. Goddamn Metallo. Fucking Metal Archives, goddammit. Shit's taking fucking forever. It's called Lesser Demonic Rites, World Wars, Endless. Oh, here, finally. Galicia split with Philagres? These goddamn homeboys out. Says it's a CD. So is this your only physical thing out? Limitations. Only live 50 copies. Jesus fuck, man. You guys have whoever put that out has no goddamn faith in their fucking bands. The Philagres are from Philagres. One of these fucking bands I can't pronounce. Bogota, Colombia. Newbie band from fucking 2024. It says death black metal. I don't know, maybe it's good, maybe it's not. I don't know. Jesus fuck, was there 30 members in this goddamn band? Looks like a band photo. Fuck me dead. Is that a chick or a fucking dude in the corpse man in the bottom? Looking goddamn young though, I'll say that. Sitting down. Maybe it's a chick, maybe it's a dude. That's a dude, man. He needs to hit the dog off. He needs to bulk the fuck up. God damn it. That's fucking a bag of bones over there. Good ass fucking gust of wind will knock him out. Him slash her on her ass. Well, it looks like black metal on corpse paint. Kind of a cool image. They definitely look young and definitely look like goddamn Pee Wee Herman can kick their ass. So the dog is not intimidated the least bits. All right. Check out the goddamn Galicia. Again, Galicia. Definitely worth a check out. It's on the goddamn tube. That's where the dog found it. It's also on Bandcamp too, but I try to not support Bandcamp as much as possible. We're talking about dog you sell on there. Not by choice because it's business, because you kind of have to. But goddamn, bunch of fucking woke cards over there from what I understand. This is a goddamn order question. Looks like he needs a bit of a picking it up. Guys know the Schnellback, right? Adam Schnellback. I did like an interview with him, like right when I started my channel, or maybe my channel wasn't getting started. It was the most dog shit interview ever, not because of him. The way it was recorded, on a phone, being held. Like Craig was here, is helping me out. So it was a last minute thing with the Schnell. I don't even know if he ever posted on his channel, but you can check it out. But Schnell fucking comments all the goddamn times. I'm sure most of you guys in the comment box know who the fuck he is. Says it's Adam Schnellback / Schnell. Get the Schnells in the house. Hope all is well in the land. I don't know how the land's doing, but the dog's doing okay, I guess. I'm just curious. My only real girlfriend ever passed away from a health snafu in July. What the fuck's a health snafu? SNAFU. It's more lingo. The dog's out of the loop on it. For 20 years, we had very special relationship, but her death has been really fucking with me recently. Yeah, I mean, if you were together 20 goddamn years, holy fucking shitski. That's first off, that's a long time to be together. Jesus Christ, you guys are pretty much high school sweethearts then, huh? Oh, yeah, I mean, that's pretty normal, dude. For somebody to, that you've been with 20 years all the time, they die. I mean, I'd love to know what the snafu is. Everybody's probably laughing at the goddamn screen. What a fucking moron! That's fine. I don't know what it is. So, because obviously she's got to be, because you're like around my age from what I remember, Adam. So I'm assuming she was your age or a year or two younger, or a year or two older. So she was what, at the oldest, probably 45. Pretty goddamn young to kick the goddamn bucket. Uh, I mean, I'll be real with you. When Autopsy played her favorite song by them, I started tearing up. What's your favorite song by them? Just out of curiosity. Is it Disemboweled like the dog? But I just feel like I'm stuck in concrete, encased in concrete, or something. Just wondering if something like this happened to you, how would you get on with your life? Kind of throwing me on the spot there, homeboy. Let me finish what he has to say, and then I'll try to answer as best I can. Like the only family member I only had who I got, oh, who I got upset over their passing was my dad. I normally get more upset over deceased animals than people, but actually that's a boat I am. That's why I'm going to say I'm not going to be much of help. But I'll try to give you something of use. Her and I had plans, and now I'm just like standing here with my dick in my hand, like I don't know what to do now. But honestly, it just sounds kind of fucked up. But death metal really has been helping me through this over the past couple months, making music, etc. Keep on disposing posers, and thanks for the daily videos. So yeah, this is one of those scenarios, and I remind myself of it in recent times. When I say recent times, by the last 2 or 3 years, I think pretty much everybody's guilty of it until you realize it. It's easy to fucking just say, dude, you should do this or do that, or I would do this or I would do that when you're just giving the other person advice. For example, like relationship advice. People do that all the time. Like, yeah, dude, if I was with that chick, I would kick her to the curb if she did that. Shut the fuck up, tough guy. Most guys wouldn't. There's a lot of times you wouldn't. There's some guys would. Same with chicks. Just kick them to the curb. Now I do agree. When a chick's with a dude that he's completely abusing her and shit, what are you staying around? Like you can't get any worse. Like just literally leave. Even if you're fucking. The thing is, you're not going to be down and on the streets. Somebody will fucking help you out. You can't have a worse situation of a guy's literally beating the shit out of you every day. So that I don't understand when they stick around. I still love him. What do you mean you love him? What the fuck do you love about him? At that point, you're just fuck. He must have hit you real hard in the head because you're just dumb. What the fuck do you love about him? He's beating the shit out of you. Um, but in a lot of scenarios, when people give advice, I would do this, I would do that, even with money or anything. It's like, see, when you're not in that situation, it is a little bit just easy to say it when you're not in there. So, for example, like, how would I react in a scenario like this? I can't say because I never had anyone really close to me die, to be honest with you. I've had people in my family and shit, like my grandma's died, some aunts and uncles, but I wasn't close to them. I mean, they're related to me, but I wasn't like my grandparents, I wasn't close to by any means. I grew up and it was kind of like they were really, really old fashioned. I grew up seeing them off, not often, but probably once a month or whatever, whether it been a family dinner, functions. But I was never close to them. Like, hey, grandma, like for example, if I was in Crucify Mortals, how Craig is, which I'm sure he's never played Crucify. When he did, I guarantee my grandparents never heard goddamn Crucify Mortals. I wouldn't play it for them. If they were to ask me if they're still alive, my grandpa's still alive. But if you were to ask, like, hey, what's new? I don't like. He doesn't know I have a YouTube channel. Neither one of them, like, they don't know that. Most of my family, like my immediate family, I think they all know. But aunts and uncle, they don't know I do this shit. I don't even bring it up because they have no interest. There's not. I'm not close to them. They're that we have absolutely nothing in common. So what I'm getting at is, I never had anyone super close to me die. The closest would probably been fucking Kanye, Jim Sadist. But at the same time, I wouldn't say we were super close, especially when the time he died. Because you got to remember, I knew him for quite a while, and it was I believe it was Steve Eggs that said this to somebody. He didn't say it to me, but somebody told me, and I thought it was fucking funny. He said it at the time when he was alive. Somebody asked somebody that met Jim and fucking how they go down. They met him and they thought he was really, really cool, and they've only met him a couple times. And they asked, I'm almost positive it was Eggs that said this, is he's like, how long have you known Jim or something? He's like, yeah, for like 30 years or whatever it was. And he's just talking about like how yeah, this guy, he's new to you. He's like, put it this way, the more you get to know him, the less you like him. Because when he knows you real well, he starts to treat you like shit. And I've definitely gotten to that category to where he was just grumpy and pissy and you kind of don't want to be around him. Like the last few years, like he was always just kind of like really, really bitter and negative, but he wouldn't be like that with complete strangers. He's all chirpy and happy and talking them up. So he kind of like really showed you who he really is when he got to know you. And I got to know him. So a lot of times I'm just like, dude, this guy's just a Debbie Downer. I kind of don't even want to be around him. So I remember, when Jim was alive, I was like, I remember always saying to whoever, my brothers, what I was like, I can handle the guy for 30 minutes to an hour. After that, I'm ready to knock him the fuck out. I was like, he just annoys the shit out of me. So it was kind of like he was like a love-hate person. I have an enormous amount of respect for him. He was a huge influence on me in lots of ways. But what I'm getting at is those last 5, 6 years, I wouldn't say I was close. In fact, I kind of try to avoid him. I would say hi to him at a show, talk to him for about 5 minutes. For example, the last time I saw him was the week he died. It was at Hell's Head Bash of the 2016 or whatever, 15, whatever year he died, something like that. They played Nunslaughter. I went up, said hi to him. How's it going, man? And talked to him like 2 minutes, and that was it. That was most shows. Went up, said hi, couple things, that's it. Now, in the early years when we were teenagers, yeah, hung out forever. That's when he was all chirpy and happy and, give you the shirt off his back. Literally, he has done that. Invite you in the house, excited, getting you on, turning you on to demos and shit. Those were the early years. But the last few, when we were adults and shit, yeah, he wasn't very, very nice. Not to me and the people that really knew him. So when he died, I'm not wasn't happy by any stretch, but I can't say that I fell into a deep depression or whatever because we weren't talking that much. It was when we would, it'd be something business related. He would ask me, I'd be like, I don't know, man. Eric does the layout. You got to ask him, and it'd be kind of like in the middleman at certain times. But I think the last 5 years, man, I probably only had like in totality maybe 30 minutes worth of conversation with him. So and that's like keep in mind, like I'm saying, that's like probably the person I was closest to that died. But I've known a lot of people that have died, but nobody's super super fucking close. I guess lucky for me or unlucky for me, however the fuck you want to look at it. I don't have that too many people in this entire world that I am that close to. There's a handful, but not many. So I guess I guess as far as people dying and me and being fucked, it's good for that. You can argue, Jesus fuck, it's pretty goddamn grim. You got a pretty miserable life. So I guess like again, depends on how you goddamn look at it. The most obvious is how would I be? Is I could just give you a helpful fucking answer. Keep in mind the dog's not a goddamn psychiatrist. Some people take him like he is. Like some people email me stuff, personal shit, like relationships and stuff like that. I'm like, look, dude, I'm flattered that you think my opinion's of any value, but Jesus fuck, I don't know everything about everything. I know about bodybuilding and I know about metal. Outside of that, man, I don't know jack shit about nothing in this fucking world. So take whatever I say just as entertainment or a grain of salt because I'm just talking out of my ass. I don't know fucking anything. But to give you my honest answer, obviously, who would die the worst would be obviously Lindsay. Um, and what would I do? Again, it's one of those scenarios. You could say all the tough guy shit. You could give the emotional sob story. Oh, I'd be crying my eyes out. You could say I'd be jumping off a bridge. You literally, until the time comes, you don't know how you'd react. It's like kind of like one of those emergency scenarios too. Like if you're in a do or die scenario, um, how would you react? You don't know. You literally don't. Not and I'm fully aware of that. So the knowing my personality, what would I do though after the time matter is yeah, dude. I live by the line that the fucking the Arnie goddamn movie, True Lies. When he thinks his goddamn wife's cheating on him and fucking the other guy with the Belushi or the other guy, fucking Tim Arnold, whatever, fucking the other guy, the other thing. Um, so yeah, my life, yeah, when my life turns to dog shit, I focus on work. And I don't mean necessarily like, hey, just focus on your job that you hate, but focus on something that keeps you busy. Hence, that's what another reason why I really like going to the goddamn gym. It's a lot of it's mental. Dude, there's no reason. Like, for example, could I just find work at Hell's to stay busy 24/7? Yeah, but it's a nice mental break from that because anything just doing nothing but that, it wanes on you and it gets old and you're gonna take it fucking for granted. And and that's how burnout happens too. So it's a nice stress reliever just to get away from that and just you're in your own little world for fucking 45 minutes an hour to working out. So I would just focus on business. I would focus on like how you're saying you're focused on the tunes. Yeah, organizing your collection, going through just shit like to stay busy. Don't sit at home and watch Netflix looking down the barrel of a gun. That's the worst fucking thing you could do in any scenario. Whether it's tragedy, whether it's being broke, whether it's you're waiting for a deadline for something like you got to wait 60 days for something stressful. You're going to jail in 60 days or whatever the fuck case is. You got a deadline, and if it's something that's on your back, you don't want that shit on your mind just eating away at you. That time is gonna drag like fuck. So stay busy and stay productive, whatever the hell that entails for the lifestyle that you're living. That is the model I've always lived by and gone with. Because again, I haven't had any major tragic death in my life, but I've had things in the past, nothing recently, which is great, where it's was drastically stressing me out. Where it just eats away at you, and that's the main thing that you just can't get off your mind. Like losing sleep over legitimately. And what helped me get through that and pass through it was always just stay busy and focus on the shit that you can. Be productive. Try to make goddamn money. Go to the goddamn gym. Just try not to change any other variables, and to at least get past the time. Because if the time goes by, it'll get less, less, and less. Especially with a death, it's going to be like that. And hopefully, as time goes by, you meet someone else because that's all you can do now to get over it as quickly as fucking possible. Um, because I mean, you're still relatively young. I mean, come on, dude, you're not gonna. I mean, I don't know what your fucking beliefs or morals are or whatever, but there's no way it fucking follows in your book. I'm just like, oh well, I'm staying single for the rest of my life. Uh, fucking fuck that. You still got at least a good 20, 30 years to live, I would assume. Um, so that's what I would do. But or at least that's what I would think that I would do of the scenario because I can't say definitively because I've never been in that scenario. But I'm pretty confident that's what I would do to get through it. As far as how I would feel inside at the time, I mean, I can only, I, I can't put that into words, because I've never actually had that happen. So until you do, it's like they always say that everyone grieves in a different way. It's kind of like that. Yeah, I probably do. I've never been in a scenario to where there was somebody that I was that close to where I've had it like it was just a fucking major, just life changing event. Not yet. And again, like I said, as grim as it may sound, there's not a lot of people in my life that would do that. There's a handful. Um, it's maybe 10 total. So it's not a lot. And I'm not saying that positive. That's when you put it down. You're like, God damn, it's probably kind of fucking shitty. So maybe try to fix that. But, what is? Because a lot of people don't like the dog. What can I tell you? Comes with the you know what we do. Put the guy in the morning. Later, goddamn.